Star Trek pays homage to Greek mythology when the Starship Enterprise is immobilized near Pollux 4. They encounter the god Apollo, who proclaims the crew to be his children, demanding that they offer him their never-ending devotion. In exchange, he offers a life of peace and prosperity. But what is the price of our freedom? We'll see in Who Mourns for Adonais.
Do they really believe that Eden exists?
Many myths are based on truth, Captain.
The episode was called Who Mourns for Adonais, and the character I played was Apollo.
I am Apollo.
And I am the Tsar of all the Russias.
And actually, Adonais, as I understand it, in Greek and in Latin means God. Hence the title, Who Mourns for God.
Mankind has no need for gods.
For me, the real truth about Star Trek is not what Kirk said at the beginning.
Space, the final frontier.
Space is not the final frontier. The final frontier is the human soul. Space is where we're going to meet the challenge.
We think of ourselves as the most powerful beings in the universe. It's unsettling to discover that we're wrong.
And that spoke to the viewers. That innate morality in every one of our episodes resonated with them.
You are still half savage, but there is hope.
It reminded them, even if it wasn't consciously, of certain important things in our own history. Things like the Ten Commandments and do unto others.
It is written, good shall always destroy evil.
It is written.
Star Trek may not be the most progressive of science fiction concepts, but it is in fact, I think, the purest. And therein lies its appeal. Its simplicity. Each episode is a self-contained moral fable.
The message of the sun, that all men are brothers, was kept from us.
You go on believing it, Flavius. All men are brothers.
The possibility of ancient astronauts has been tossed around for years. One theory is that space travelers came to Earth centuries ago and were deemed gods by our ancestors. These ancient astronauts have been credited and blamed for everything from Nazca lines in Peru to crop circles in England. But no one has proved their existence. Still, it might explain a few things.
A woman came up to me and tapped me and said, are you an actor? And I said, yes. She said, did you ever do an episode of Star Trek? I said, yes. She said, were you Apollo? And I said, yes. And she touched me and practically fainted dead away. She says, oh my God, Apollo.
The people who follow Star Trek, both on the screen and in memorabilia, are the most avid fans I have ever met. Don't you think I know that?
Smart people? All kinds of people.
From about 6 months after it was shown, no matter what nightclub, what city Mitzi and I would be in, people would go, you're on Darvin.
My assistant here is on Darvin.
You're Arn Darvin, aren't you? Would you sign this? Hey, look, there's Arn Darvin.
I get that hot about chess players.
Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions.
I don't get that hot about spaceships.
To be human is also to seek pleasure, to laugh, to dance.
I believe the first convention was 71. And I know we went to New York and were surprised by a huge throng of people.
They expected maybe 500, 1,000. I went back, there were 5,000 people there.
We've each learned to be delighted with what we are.
And I looked up in this balcony and they were just hanging over the balcony like they were looking at overage Beatles.
Some behind-the-scenes trivia regarding this episode. The effects used for Apollo's leap into gianthood worked pretty well. Camera angles, plus some creative editing along with traveling mats did the trick. Also, The gown designed for actress Leslie Parrish was so skimpy that it had to be held on with nothing more than double-faced tape. It was one of Bill Tice's more daring designs, and all of us were just wondering how long that gown would stay in place. I'm William Shatner, and you're watching Star Trek on the Sci-Fi Channel.